All right, so as we stand at the beginning of 2020, let's start at looking back at 2019 and up to 2019. It was really a time of proving the platform for us. Maybe, John, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I think if you look back over the past 3 years, which have been formative years in terms of MineRP and where we've gone with MineRP, there were a number of principles that we had to show the market what can be done. And we fortunately realized we've got to establish an ecosystem to do that because it's more than just us. But being at the heart of that ecosystem, the ability to move it from the principles then to what is physically possible in the second year. 2017, we'd completed the platform, but people needed to understand what this thing can do for you. And I think the energy we got with our partners and that we were able to leverage in the ecosystem has now got us to the point where we actually, as opposed to proving technology, that's down, it's firm, it's finished. It's how we prove the value of this in business. And 2019 has been the most exciting year ever. To get to the point of building self-funding projects, by the time you're a quarter through the project, it's paid for the whole project. Those are the type of things that I think are now going to hit the market mainstream.
Pieter, we also spend a lot of time on maturing the methodology for implementing our solutions for value, right?
Yes, for MineRP to move from the old way of just implementing technology, it was quite a challenge for us to get the right method. And by doing that, we realized that just focusing on the technology will not solve the problem for us. We need to understand what's the value that we're going to unlock through the technology. And if there's no value that we can see, then it's not necessary for us, there's no need for us to do any implementation on that side. Yeah. So in that process, we focus on adoption and entrenchment. And that's just to simplify that. And if you focus on the adoption, it's all people and process that we need to get in line. And then when you start focusing on the technology side, just to get to adoption, but the most important thing to get a sustainable view of that, you need to entrench value, and you need to focus on the value side. So that's we've got a quite good methodology, proven, tested in this space, and it's we can see the results on the method. It's working.
Now, speaking of proven and tested, we did this proving and stress testing essentially of the application in a variety of mining methods and commodities and even regions, right? It's not only focused on one type of mining.
Yes, over the last 24 months, John mentioned the technology and where we are with the platform side. We spent a lot of time out of the narrow reef tabular ore body that we used to operate in all the other methods. Surface mining, surface mining is pit and strip mining, underground operations, long hole open stoping, block caving, sub-level caving, bore and pillar. And we've got proven results that the platform can serve all these different mining methods.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it'd be something that I was thinking of. If you're going to look at what happened in the last year, up until 2017, we had this mindset of having to implement everything. It was a technology implementation. Yeah. And I think the relationship with customers and chasing value, pursuing value, has actually simplified our business because we go into a specific value pursuit. This is the value case. That's what you need to do to implement it. And that's what you're going to get as an outcome. Doing that has simplified our business, it's matured our methodology, and we're at the point now where you chase individual pieces of value and you collect them to give you the value of the total implementation. Yes. Really cool.
And part of this whole method side, before we start off with the project, we spent a certain amount of time, 4 to 6 weeks on site, working with the client, understand what's their real problem. Never discussed any technology that we're going to implement. Focus on the business side. All about the mining side.
It's not about tech after all.
Yeah, focus on the business problem. And as soon as you understand those things, then we can get the dollar value on the improvement side, and then we know how to configure the platform to solve the problem.
So if the past few years was about proving that platform, which you've now adequately done, then for the future we're focusing on value and unleashing this value into the future. So John, maybe to you, what are some of the exciting things that can be expected of MineRP, that people can look forward to from MineRP in 2020?
MP, I think the most exciting thing is the fact that our platform has become our best developer. So before you start doing any coding, 70% of what you would have coded had this been a standalone application comes out of the platform already. And having that done, and the fact that we built all of that against standards, now allows us to start using other technologies at a hell of a rate. Things like the voice of things and the work we're doing there, where our user interface of the future moves away from keyboards and screens and stuff, and it actually goes, and we've given this as a strategic directive, it goes to voice in and augmented reality plus voice out.
Right.
So communicate with the computer. That's one of the first things. A very big focus for the next year, and this is customer driven as much as it is MineRP strategy driven, is mathematical optimization. It's a key element. People are starting to trust maths. The rest of the world has trusted it, and mining is slowly getting to the point of saying, yes, it says I'm doing a terrible job, but it's actually not that bad. You know, what you can do with analytics and optimization and analytics. Got some very exciting things to tell the market and what's coming up there. But that is the cornerstone. If you get your data set and ready for optimization analytics, it becomes machine ingestible for machine learning platforms. And over the next 18 months, that's going to be one of our biggest drives.
So now it's advanced analytics beyond optimization.
Beyond. So it's how you consume it. And this is one of the things, you know, an enterprise platform, the primary intent of it is to bring unique intellectual property to bear on the greater organization.
Right.
So on the back of that, and on the premise of what we're talking about there, you now have the ability to take that and extend it all the way through into your machine learning. Take the lessons you've optimized, the learning you've got there, make sure the data is structured correctly. And if I look at the people that we'll be announcing to the market in the next couple of months, that's going to be a cool.
The company has grown significantly, Pieter. Our team has expanded to prepare for this for this growth we are foreseeing, right?
Yes, although the development shop is still in South Africa, our client base shift to more than 80% of our revenue is now outside of South Africa.
Without dropping South Africa.
That's the nice thing, is we still got the same footprint in the South African market, but the interest that we've got globally in all the other mining methods is the company's growth is just a reality of the platform is working.
That's right. It's an outcome. It's an outcome. One of the things that we've been dabbling in the past, specifically looking at our due inventory solution, is blockchain. That's also an interesting new development that people can look forward to, right?
Yeah, I think that's a development that's going to change the face of how we account for things in the world, you know, and we have got to the realization that accounting is not just rands and cents or dollars and cents. Mm-hmm. Accounting is actually making sure that you can reconcile things across your total business. And from that perspective, you want to be able to communicate that same reconciliation back through to the market. So we have a first CEO that is actually looking at the use of the blockchain to give feedback to investors and to analysts. And there we've got the patented geo-inventory model, what we refer to as geo-inventory, which is a model or system and method for managing underground resources as virtual inventory on a system. Every interaction that influences the definition of the value of resource and reserve is now going to be pushed through into the blockchain. It's going to achieve a couple of things. The ability to give external parties a limited access to information across the way in which you accrue resource or accrue reserve out of resource on the one side, but on the other side being able to track every physical interaction that your competent person and your legal appointees have. Yeah. So use the blockchain to protect these people, to make sure that they're working on the right information is brought together and the right valuations are going out as a start.
Pieter, we are talking about a variety of applications on the platform in mining. But surely this platform can be taken wider than mining as well. Are there any plans in 2020 to have some forays into other industries?
Yes, I just want to focus again on the platform. The platform is a spatial platform, and the MineRP side is to focus on the mining capability with where the platform supports the mining industry. In this environment, we've got the Farm RP for precision farming and all the things that IoT is helping us in that space to unlock, and you need a platform for that. We've got a number of other industries that we focus on, Office RP, Build RP, City RP, so there's a number of things, and what's nice on this is now getting too big for the company to run, and that's why the partner structure that we've got is critical for us, and that's the one area that the partners will take us forward in this space, and they are driving those things, but use the spatial platform as the base for growing the other industries.
Well, so as we expanded through 2019, let's look forward to 2020, and may this be a year where our clients really find value.
Just a little heads up to our internal people and to customers out there in the mining industry. I think in general, the next 3 years are going to see between 100 and 1,000 times as much data hitting your organization that you need to make decisions on. And it's going to hit you 100 times faster than what it hit us in the past. That's why you need a platform in mining. You cannot disseminate that information into 150 little standalone applications. When that volume of data and that velocity hits you, best you have a platform in place, and best you have a method to be able to enact the outcomes of the data in the shortest possible timeline. That, I think, is the key message for what's coming in the next year. Definitely is going to start hitting us, but the next 3 years you better ramp up your decision-making ability, and you've got to take it to the point where computers are advising the decision. Humans cannot consume that volume of data and the volume of permutations on the back of it.
Pieter, John, thank you very much.